Драма в Кью Гарденс. Просто что-то на английский тут сразу перетягивает, когда вот это вот читаешь. Перевели тоже, поэтому... Ну, сразу понятно, что не русское название. Поэтому хочется читать правильно. Так.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come from?
I increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Офигеть.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers. Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you guess?
For the great Sherlock Holmes to bother with the theft of plants. Come on, admit that you're planning to spoil your little bees with some rare pollens.
Since when did I become so transparent? Let us go.
Ватсон проявил чудеса дедукции. Так. Серебряная вилка с гербом Эбби Грейндж. Капитан Джек Кроукер. Ага, это у нас из прошлого дела, мы прочитать не успели. Кроукер — отважный моряк, ему 40 лет. Способный, честный человек, хорошо образован, но не особо здоров. Он спешил, но дочитал газету и почистил ботинки перед выходом.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours.
Oh dear, Toby. I wasn't aware that you were Watson's new literary agent.
Тоби съел рукописи Ватсона. Ясно, опять все это маразм. Вечно над Ватсоном издеваются. Так, дорогой мистер Холмс, я все же набралась смелости написать вам это письмо. Мне сложно подобрать слова, чтобы выразить всю мою признательность за вашу доброту. В тот ужасный день я верила, что моя жизнь разрушена. Но я также осознала, что лишь один человек в мире искренне любит меня. А я люблю его в ответ. Мы оба знаем его имя. Капитан Джек Кроукер. Его любовь придала подлинный смысл моей жизни. Даже если мы не сможем быть вместе, ничего из этого не случилось бы без вашего участия, мистер Холмс. Искренне ваша Мэри Брэкенстоун. Хорошо. Помиловали этого капитана в предыдущей части. Так, ладно. Я даже не знаю, что скажет миссис Хадсон, но... Я тоже не планировал бы жить в одной квартире с пчелами. А что у меня, собственно, за дело? Необычная кража произошла в Королевских ботанических садах Кью. Расследование Холмса прольет свет на темную тропу обмана. Даже так? Долго ехать-то? Ну, блин, походу долго. Пока нет доступных улик, продолжайте расследование. Ну, ясное дело. Мне просто задолбало уже ждать.
Well, Holmes, here we are at the Royal Botanic Gardens. There's no doubt that this place is beautiful. But are you really intent on investigating the theft of the plants?
Yes, of course.
Ну, как и сказал Ватсон, просто чтобы порадовать своих пчел.
What are we doing, Holmes?
Let us find someone who could help us.
Пойдем. Искать долго не пришлось, как я понял.
Don't touch anything else, is that clear? Just go and get a bucket of fertilizer. And without turning it over this time. Good day to you, gentlemen. How may I help you? If you are here for a visit, please do come back on Sunday.
I am afraid that it cannot wait. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. We are investigating the theft of plants that took place here 5 days ago. A remarkable collection, I believe.
So you're the one in charge, eh?
A small favour for a friend. Now, to whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
I am Martin Hamish. I am the Deputy Director of Kew Gardens. And that fellow yonder is Albert. He works here.
I am delighted to meet you. What can you tell us about the plants?
They were rare and exceptional plants. We presented them at our last exhibition. We haven't removed the stand yet. It is still in the large glass house. We only learned of their disappearance the evening after the exhibition, and nobody saw anything.
No doors were forced?
No, but I would imagine that for a thief it would be fairly easy to gain entry, for there are no guards here.
Well, if you don't mind,
Нет
we
охраны.
will take a look. Now, you say that it is in the large glass house.
Yes, the one just behind me. Just a second, since Albert has nothing else to do. Albert, show these gentlemen where the exhibition was held.
How many people work here?
Only myself, but occasionally 2 students, Albert, whom you have met, and Miss White.
Везде бы так охраны не было. Я бы тоже пришел за цветами.
Thank you. Is there something the matter?
Yes, there is. All right, the plants were valuable and rare, but it seems to me that the tragedy that took place here only 2 days ago has been entirely forgotten already.
What tragedy are you referring to?
The director of Kew Gardens, Mr. Montague Dunn, he died here just 2 days ago.
We're very sorry. We were not aware. The two of you were good friends?
He was my father.
Oh dear. Our condolences. We should not be troubling you. Please do excuse us for the intrusion.
You say that he died here, in the large glass house.
Holmes?
Yes, just here, near the door to the colonial collection. He suffered a heart attack. Just like that. So suddenly. It was terrible. Excuse me, gentlemen, but I cannot remain here. If you need me, I'll be in the reserve. That's the room next to the front of the large greenhouse.
Of course, we understand.
Ну ладно, блин. Предупредили нас о краже растений, не сказали, что человек здесь погиб.
What should we do next, Holmes?
The plants were here. All of them were stolen.
Do not touch.
Не трогать. А это можно потрогать? Нет. Это нельзя потрогать. Ох, почему-то я не люблю вот такие...
This is where his father, Montague Dunn, was found dead.
Оранжереи с цветами, да и вообще, в принципе, я не люблю такие вот места посещать. Уж больно я, наверное, далек от биологии.
Blood. Someone fell violently against this sign, and they were injured in the clash. Most likely a head wound.
Следы ног.
The traces are thinner in some places. These boot marks are fresh. It appears as though someone was dragging their feet. The footprints reveal that someone staggered here.
Дверь. Здесь вообще отдельный
The
разговор.
door was smashed at shoulder height. This door handle is new. It was recently changed.
Осколки.
Soil. It should have come from a flower pot. The soil on the side of this flower shelf is the same as that on the ground. Fragments of a flower pot. It fell down here.
Так. Подожди, я горшок нашел.
This pot was broken fairly recently. A flower pot recently fell down from these shelves and was misplaced.
Все натрогали, да, Холмс? Как ты и не любишь.
The esconson was breached in the handle.
Так, ясно.
The door was forced from the inside of the colonial collection room. The handle was changed afterwards.
I think we need to inspect the colonial collection.
All the clues around here are quite suspicious. I need my imagination to make sense of it all. According to this, they have light and moisture control in some parts of the building.
Ну, воображение, ладно. Выламывает дверь. Сбивает горшок. Ну и падает. Так оно было.
This reconstruction reveals a disturbing fact. Montague Dunn damaged the door of the colonial collection room.
He was in a panic, or the door was locked. Was it an accident or a murder then, I wonder? I think we need to inspect the colonial collection.
Восстановление обстоятельств смерти Монтегю Данна выявило следующее. Он выламывал дверь комнаты. То есть он либо запаниковал, либо дверь была заперта. Если второе, произошло предумышленное убийство. Фу, как же с ними сложно. Кто слышит там глухие, звуки на заднем фоне, это уж, я просто окно открыл, мне жарко, у меня дверь там долбится.
These windows were perfectly cleaned.
Кусочек камня.
This broken fragment was the result of a heavy blow. A fragment of marble, most likely chipped from a statue or sculpture.
Моющее средство.
Strong, it is a detergent. Part of this greenhouse was emptied and thoroughly cleaned.
Опустевшая коллекция, ловушка для Дана. Провести аутопсию. Проведите аутопсию Монтегю Данна. Короче, вскрытие. Смерть подозрительна. Почему он ломился в дверь комнаты с колониальной коллекцией? Как будто... Ой, тьфу. Почему кто-то опустошил и убрал комнату? Это ловушка или несчастный случай? Ну давай проведем. Так, отправляемся в Скотланд-Ярд, чтобы вскрыть... грубо сказано. Чтобы провести вскрытие, что, в общем-то, тоже от предыдущего не отличается, убитого, ну или умершего. Так.
I asked Inspector Lestrade to take Montague Dunn's body to Scotland Yard.
It's ready for autopsy then.
А сам Лестрейд, так понимаю, дело вести не
It's
будет.
ready for autopsy then.
Пошли.
A very good day to you, my friend. Is Inspector Lestrade in? I'm sorry, sir, but the inspector's absent at the moment.
Жаль. Да ну, спорим, закрылся.
Locked.
Да. Так, а здесь... Личные вещи Данна. Так, мистеру Ф. Уэйну, директору печатающей компании Уэйн и сыновья. Дорогой друг, ваши плакаты для большой выставки в Кью Гарденс прекрасны, однако не стоило указывать весь персонал. Достаточно моего имени. Монтегю Дан. Вот какой ведь.
This watch is of great value.
Эгоист.
Beautiful feather pen of a good make.
Клубная карта.
A membership card for the London Crest Club.
Ясно. Ну, здесь, в общем-то, ничего интересного. Так, сюда нельзя. Ух, не люблю я морги, честно говоря. Ух ты. Ватсон, подойдите сюда.
First of all, let us carry out an external examination.
Сначала проведем внешний осмотр. Лицо. Вот.
There is an injury to the skull,
Он
most
ушибся.
probably caused by the fall in the water lily greenhouse. The vessels and the pupil of the eye appear quite normal.
У него не было давления перед смертью.
The air from the lungs carries a faint floral aroma. There are no suspicious marks upon the chest. Let us finish our external examination so that we can proceed with the autopsy.
Как его вскрыть? А, нет, еще рановато, ты
No
поторопился.
redness, stings, or bruises. Nothing suspicious here.
Вот скажи честно.
Let us examine the internal organs.
Притворяешься, Холмс? Сразу же понятно, что он не от удара по голове умер. Ёп! Смотреть теперь вот это все.
The lungs are congested and edematous.
А чё, одно легкое всегда должно быть меньше? Или оно так, в таком ракурсе? Ё!
The tissue on the inferior lobe of the right lung is damaged, most probably caused by toxins from an unknown plant.
Его отравили?
The heart's blood vessels show no pathological signs.
Значит, у него не было давления, как я повторюсь.
The heart tissue shows no visible pathological signs.
Ё-моё, вскрывать все
The
это...
liver is enlarged. It would seem that he was suffering from an alcohol addiction.
Он пил.
The liver tissue is brown. There are no visible pathological signs.
Ясно. Желудок.
The stomach tissues show no visible pathological signs.
А чё еще?
There is a small amount of content. It appears that he breakfasted lightly, only a short while before his death.
Ясно. Закончили?
The suspicions have been substantiated. Montague Dunn, the director of Kew Gardens, died from poisoning. Plant poisoning, to be more exact.
You mean
Yes, it is murder.
we should inform
Блин.
Lestrade?
Yes, but do remember, Watson, that I discovered the murder. The challenge is mine.
The challenge.
Конкуренция.
We need to locate that deadly plant. Such a perfect murder appeals to me.
Murder of any kind appeals to you. Is that all we need to do?
No, we also have the people working at Kew Gardens. Martin Hamish and the son of the victim.
Ватсона тоже зовут Хэмиш. Это у
And
него
also Miss
второе
White,
имя,
of whom we spoke with Mr.
если
Hamish.
что.
Should we bring them all here for interrogation?
Джон Хэмиш Ватсон.
No, a few innocuous questions at Kew will suffice, as well as a discreet delve into their personal affairs. Yes, Watson, it is time now to open the doors.
Even those in the staff building. I suppose that is necessary.
We should also be
Вы долго
concerned
около
with the
трупа
victim
беседовать
himself.
будете?
After all, we don't know very much about Montague Dunn.
You're enjoying this already, aren't you?
More than a little.
Так, найти убийцу Монтегю Данна. Данна отравили. Оказавшись запертым в комнате с колониальной коллекцией, Монтегю Дан вдохнул сильный растительный яд. Может, он сам оплошал? Как думаешь? Он же с этими цветами водился, хотя он, в принципе, ведь и знает, что вредно, но все равно ведь ошибки бывают. Может быть, это несчастный случай. Так, Ватсона доставляет находиться рядом с трупом. Меня вот не очень. Так, что мне сделать? Найти убийцу, найти похищенные растения, найти отравляющие растения, проверить рабочие постройки в Кью Гарденс, чтобы собрать сведения. Домой ехать рано, значит. Едем в Кью Гарденс опять. Так. Ладно. Господа, вы загружаетесь очень долго. Ватсону надоело уже, наверное. Да ты что, шутишь, что ли? Наконец-то! Так, вот тут он ходит. Так, что это? Это карта Кью Гарденс. Сначала поговорим с людьми. Недорогая оправа. Грязный воротник. Не женат. И детей не имеет. Руки садовника.
Mr. Hamish, can you explain to us what happened to the colonial collection? It seems somewhat depleted.
But, oh, most likely maintenance work, tidying up.
You're not sure then? But you're the deputy director.
Well, I am busy. I cannot be everywhere at once.
Albert told us about the tragic death of Mr. Dunn, the late director of Kew Gardens.
Tragic indeed. His heart attack was quite unexpected.
Сердечный приступ. Мы смотрели его сердце и сосуды, у него вообще давления не было. Он билось, наверное, лучше, чем у тебя. Он спортсменом был с алкоголем.
As deputy director, how was your relationship with Montague Dunn?
To be honest with you, Mr. Holmes, it could have been better. You see, every Tuesday he would carry out his inspection of the gardens, but it was solely to make an impression, great pretense that he cared at all. He would give out absurd orders, ignoring anyone else's opinion. He would then disappear for the rest of the week.
Надеюсь, вы не слышали
He was
моего
what some
зёва.
might call a man of action. I'd say rather he was overzealous and chaotic. So after all, it was no wonder, perhaps, that he ended up like that. If you take into consideration his kind of lifestyle.
Это дело настолько растительное, что мне даже спать захотелось. Образ жизни Дана. Что расскажешь?
You mentioned that Mr. Dunn led a particular lifestyle.
Well, it's no secret that he enjoyed celebrating, shall we say. He was a member of the London Smart Set. He was famous for it. That
And
he had an eye for the ladies, to put it mildly, Mr. Holmes.
Интересно.
Tell me, Mr. Hamish, do you grow the more deadly variety of plant here?
You mean insectivorous? Yes, but nothing larger than that.
Ничего, кроме мухолова.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Каждое утро вторника Монтегю Дан совершал полный обход Кью Гадденс. Его работникам, в частности Хэмишу, не особо нравилась эта рутина. Мартин Хэмиш не женат, состояние его рук и ногтей выдает в нем садовника, грязные и затвердевшие. Он близорук, носит бифокальные очки. Простой человек, тяжело работает, пренебрегая внешним видом. Крайне маловероятно, что встречается с женщиной. Он живет один. Красивое описание. Ватсон идет.
Can I help you, gentlemen?
Помочь-то можешь. Спустись для начала. Покрасневшие глаза, недавно плакал, поглощен скорбью. Порезался при бритье. Чистые руки. Мисс Уайт.
Who is Miss Margaret White?
Ah, she is the young lady who studies with me. She visits here sometimes to help out with the greenhouses. In fact, she should be here today. She wanted to work at the seed house. That's the small greenhouse across from the large glass house.
Ты здесь работаешь?
Do you work here?
Yes, but part-time only. For I'm also studying botany at the University of London.
You're following in your father's footsteps, then. That is commendable.
Well, even if botany is not my strongest suit, there are people who say that I could be a good manager.
Так, у вас короче, коллекция опустела.
We noticed that a part of the colonial collection has been cleared.
Ah, at the moment I'm just dealing with the storage room. I don't know much about the other rooms.
Ну, а как с отцом общался?
I imagine that your relationship with your father may have been a strained one.
Yes, I cannot say that he was a kind man, for he never listened to me at all. He forced me to work here. But now, after his death, I've been pondering it over. Perhaps he wasn't so wrong about me after all. I have to follow his path, and I have to manage Kew Gardens, and I can do it. I can be as good as any other who works here.
Хорошо, и Мартин Хэмиш?
Would you please tell us about Martin Hamish, the deputy director?
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Hamish is not and has never been the deputy director of Kew Gardens. My
Да?
father would not have tolerated it.
Indeed? Well, that is most interesting. He told us that he was.
Yes, because he believes that the management should be passed down to him now that my father is dead. But in actual fact, Mr. Hamish only has the honour of being the garden's longest-serving employee. In fact, if we are to think logically at all, it should be me who takes over the management of Kew Gardens.
Do you not have a good relationship with Mr. Hamish?
I suppose so. But we have very little in common. Mr. Hamish loves his plants and Kew Gardens, and I cannot say that I share his passion.
I see. And how was his relationship with your father?
Oh, he hated my father. It was obvious. He would be furious whenever my father boasted of Kew Gardens in the newspapers or at conferences. He was convinced that my father was stealing all of the credit for himself. But my father treated Mr. Hamish in the same way as he treated anyone. Dismissively. With indifference.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Встретиться с мисс Уайт. Альберт Дан. Нервный и беспокойный молодой человек, что заметно по обкусанным ногтям. Использует детергент для очистки рук, что не особо хорошо, раз он имеет дело с растениями. У него красные глаза, он недавно плакал. Возраст указывает на учебу в университете. Хорошо выглядит. Не женат, вероятно, живет с матерью. Так, Мартин Хэмиш представился заместителем директора Kew Gardens. Возможно, он лжет. Встретиться с мисс Уайт. Встретимся. Вот ты наврал мне. Я хочу, чтобы мы с тобой еще раз поговорили. Алло. Как так можно? В принципе, физика в этой игре не главный аспект, поэтому придираться нельзя.
What is your opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
Useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was.
Oh yes, he forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
Объясни.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And why, he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Ясно.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Ватсон. Карту хочу посмотреть.
Colonial Collection.
Так, тут оттуда и похитили.
Water Lily Greenhouse.
Так, оранжерея с лилиями. Мы здесь находимся, полагаю.
Palm House.
Здесь пальмы.
Director's Office, Cloakroom and Laboratory.
Или здесь.
Nursery.
Так.
Seed House. Ventilation System. Dry Tropics. A map of Kew Gardens.
Ну еще. То ли я что-то упустил. Да, по-видимому, нет. Карта просто картой. Так, чё, куда мне? Сюда?
Nursery.
Угу.
Locked.
Понятно. В другую сторону, Ватсон. Блин, прикольно тут у них. Все-таки я немного ошибался насчет этого дела. По крайней мере, растения тут красивые. О!
Look, Holmes, this charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
А еще я вижу, там что-то горит.
There is a smell of burning.
Вот и я об этом. Мисс Уайт подождет, вдруг тут пожар. Хотя она отсюда выходила, ё-моё, как так-то? Угасающий костер. Угасающий. Разбитый горшок.
The symbol is not from Kew Gardens.
Это эмблема не Kew Gardens. Ё-моё. Сталкер,
A protective mask.
Ты чё?
Someone set it alight, but it did not burn. A door handle? Why would anyone throw such a thing in the fire? The door handle to the Colonial Collection and that of the fireplace are made of the same material.
Интересно.
The remains of a picture frame. The plants
Кусочек
were set
растения.
alight fairly recently. Some have not completely burned. A broom handle was half burned.
Какой-то мусор. Ватсон, блин, летает буквально. Так, карту мы смотрели. Тут какой-то механизм интересный еще. Велосипед.
A water tank.
Бак для воды.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
Ясно. Это вентиляция обычная. Блин, в водичку мне что-то захотелось.
Open.
Неужели? Здравствуйте.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
С каких пор ты
I am
представляешься?
honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Эх ты. Ватсон к ней подкатывает, она на Шерлока переключается, а ему вообще пофигу на это. Дорогие духи. Алло. Розовые отметины, в прошлом плохо питалась. Чё? Из бедной семьи. Ну. Ну еще. Все, да? Не замужем.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh, yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss.
Господи,
After the tragedy
Ватсон.
that took place here.
Yes, the director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Шерлок вообще стоит, молчит, но вот столько вопросов появилось. Сейчас наверняка его
Would you
очередь.
happen to know why part of the colonial collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honour.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Чё так?
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
Ну и как вы вошли?
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
Ясно.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
Я таки понял. А где Ватсон? А, вон он где.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Маргарет Уайт. Прекрасная молодая леди с небольшим состоянием. Вместе с тем, на ее руках есть темные точки. Это следы пелагры, возникшие при долгом недоедании. Это доказывает, что ее детство было бедным и несчастным. Однако ее нынешнее состояние свидетельствует о счастливых переменах в судьбе. Искать в архиве. Ну ладно, искать в архиве, так искать в архиве. А мне... Здесь бы еще поговорить с кем-то или... Наверное, хватит расспросов. Да нет, лучше сначала все сделать. Сначала с этим Хэмишем поговорим.
Mr. Hamish, can you tell us who holds the keys to the locked greenhouses?
That would be Albert, Mr. Dunn's son. Yes, Albert keeps all the keys, and one can only imagine why.
What do you mean?
Well, he was never interested in Kew Gardens before, and now all of a sudden he's trying to act as if he owns the place. I think he wants to take over the management here. He'd do better to leave that to me. He has no experience. No, none at all.
Ясно.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Ну а вот этот Альберт что думает? Ты чё?
Do you hold the keys to all of these locked doors?
Yes, you can have them. But I cannot give you the keys to the cloakroom. The employees' effects are private. I am sure you understand.